Hello, everyone. This is Roxas1359, joined with...
The Afro Battler.
And it's finally time we tackle that super dungeon. Oh, yeah.
So this is where we get the spinner, right?
No.
The boomerang?
No.
The, dual claw shot?
No.
The tunic?
No.
The Master Sword?
No.
What game is this?
Kingdom Hearts 2, Final Mix Plus.
I was sorely mistaken of what game I thought this was going to be.
But welcome to the Cavern of Remembrance. I just call it the Cave of Remembrance because I always fuck it up. So,
The name's right there, Eric.
No, I always find that Cave of Remembrance sounds better. Now, the Cavern of Remembrance is a unique dungeon. You will need all of your forms at their max level or at least to level 6 in order to get through everything. Now, when I say all your forms, I mean the base ones from Kingdom Hearts 2. So you will need High Jump from Valor form. You will need the Quick Dash from Wisdom form. You will need the Aerial Dodge from Master form. And finally, you will need Glide from Final form. So you cannot do this dungeon completely until you have Final form.
So it's just like one of those ultimate gauntlet kind of things? That's what it kind of sounds like to me, where you need like all these specific things from like things you've gotten throughout the game and such.
Yes. Anyway, you open that up and you get an AP up, and all the new cutscenes inside right here are actually just like character movement ones. Now, there will be new Heartless that show up in here that are specific to this one. I have mentioned them throughout the project as being different color variations with different stipulations. So I have my list with me. And here we already have a few of them. We have a recolor of the Trick Ghost and of the Hammer Frame. So let me see which one. The hammers are known as Iron Hammers. They drop Remembrance Shards, which is one of the new items in this game. And they drop Serenity Shards on the rare occasion. The Ghosts are known as, when I find them around here, because I think they're Perplexes. They also drop the same thing. Silent Launchers are the recolors of the cannon guns. They drop the same things as well. And here we have a recolor of the Hot Rod, which is...
You mean the thing you hate?
Yep, another thing I hate. Known as the Mad Bumper. The Mad Bumpers drop Remembrance Gems and Serenity Gems. Are you noticing a theme here, Travis?
A lot of upgraded enemies, that's for sure.
Yeah. Lots of upgraded enemies. But the other thing is, all enemies in this one will drop Remembrance items, which are the new synthesis items that were added in for this game. These are what are necessary for the Absent Silhouette recipes, actually, and these are the entire reason why I don't have the Ultima Keyblade right now, because I've been avoiding this dungeon like the plague in order to, you know, do it all in one session. That's the main reason for it for right now. The other reason is because I didn't want to get my ass kicked.
Wow.
These things can hurt if you are a low level. If you are a low level, these things will kill you fast. So you need to watch out for them.
At this point in the game, are you like the max level?
Yes, I am the max level, so nothing is too much of a problem. But even towards the end of the dungeon, there is something, Gauntlet, that you have to go through that is actually really tough, even at that max level. Anyway, open this up right here, and you get a... that was a Frost Crystal, actually.
There goes that segue.
Well, no, because normally I end up saying what is in each chest, but at this point...
well, you kind of need to in this playthrough, don't you? Everything's in like a different language.
Well, I could translate it. It's not too hard.
Out of curiosity, now that I've actually like brought that up, what do your viewers think of like the whole idea where like you're playing the Japanese version? Because isn't the English version actually out?
It is now. I started, I explained why I was doing the English one, and it's actually because...
The Japanese one?
The Japanese one. It's because it's more nostalgia, because this was the first ever game I imported. This is the first game I ever imported. Not the one that caused me to want to learn Japanese. No, that was actually Ape Escape Big Mission.
Really?
Yes. It was actually the Ape Escape game, and not, you know, this one. Now, one thing I need to mention about the Perplexes right here, these are enemies that are actually immune to certain attacks based on where they are. If they're in the air, they're immune to physical attacks. If they're on the ground, they're immune to magic. They're the only enemy inside the Cavern of Remembrance that will do that.
Do other enemies in the game do that?
No, actually. They are the only ones I can think of. Anyway, every single one of the puzzle pieces in here are going to be pieces of the final photo, which is the Dawn photo. And what is not being shown is I'm actually going to be missing a chest that's inside here. That's at the very, very top and is easily missable. It will be showing up at the end of the video, no worries, but I will miss it for right now, which annoys me.
Okay.
So you will be seeing that. And the only thing that's in there is an AP up. In fact, where I'm at right now, it's right above me. That's the problem. It's in a hidden spot that's pretty easy to miss. But here we have a chest right here, so open this up. And you will get a Lost Illusion. A new item added into the game that is also something that you can get as a reward from the Absent Silhouettes. But we're done with this section for right now, and watch out because enemies will respawn, and that first room actually has a couple of different spawning points with different Heartless. Some in which we haven't seen yet. But
now, how long is the cave of they got me doing a cavern of remembrance?
It's because Cave of Remembrance
usually
sounds better, doesn't it?
It rolls off the tongue easier.
Yes,
is the thing.
that's what it is. It's really not that long. The actual dungeon itself, because if I were ignoring chests and I were doing just getting from the beginning to the end while ignoring the puzzle pieces as well, you can finish this dungeon in about 30 minutes. In all honesty.
About 30 minutes, he says.
Yeah, it depends on how you're doing with some of the enemies, especially some of the later ones.
Wait, so how long is this episode? I can't see.
Episode in general, I believe it's 40 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Give or take, because of other things, and I'm gonna be splitting it. No, actually, I think it's like 37.
Oh, okay.
37. It's not that long. Right, and here we have recolors of the Hook Bat. Okay, no, the Perplexes are what the Magic Bats are called. It's called Magic Phantom is the ghost.
Okay.
Okay, that's the difference. Perplexes drop the shards, and then Magic Phantoms instead drop the Remembrance Stones. I probably should have differentiated them a little bit better in all honesty. And then, let me see, the monkey that we had fought briefly is known as a Necromancer. The Necromancer drops a Remembrance Stone. On the rare occasion, we'll drop a Serenity Stone, and since it is a recolor of an enemy that actually can drop a weapon, it has its own weapon, known as the Spell Relic Plus in this game. I will not get that because the drop rate for that is like 1%. Still not the worst drop rate in this game. Right.
What is the worst drop rate in this game?
Probably the Nobody Guard. That's
what is that?
Like a 1 in 38 chance.
Is that for like Goofy?
Yeah, that's for Goofy. Anyway, that chest right there contained a Remembrance Gem, and we got some other chests right here, so open this up, and you get a Serenity Gem. And now you have another section right here. These valves right here, they all have to be spinning, so pretty much get rid of all their health, keep them to spin. If they gain full health back, then what will end up happening is you'll just have to hit them again. This is really simple. So, there you go. And now the mining system is activated, so we have our platform for the other area now.
Good job, Eric. You created jobs.
Yes, I did create jobs. Which is why this is all automatic. Now, this...
Well, someone's going to keep maintenance on them.
Interesting thing. No, this was something that the people in Hollow Bastion, or Radiant Guardian in this case, they don't know about this.
Wow. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't want to know about the person who installed random push blocks.
Well,
I fire their ass like on the spot.
Well, that's something that the Kingdom Hearts series actually really hasn't gone into. Who made this
push
place?
blocks?
No.
Okay.
Who made this place? And at the end of it, you're going to be seeing that we're going to be unlocking some of the other super bosses in the game. Who made these? Who was the one who made these? It's something that is always I'm curious about because it's never really answered. Even out of all the Kingdom Hearts games, out of all the side stuff, what exactly is the purpose of the Cavern of Remembrance is never explained. And I kind of like that mystery. I like that.
To remember things? Is it like, it could be like one of those places where it's like a place you go to take a journey where you have to learn about something about yourself or something. Well, it became, at one point, that kind of idea drifted away and it became a mine shaft of sort because of a lot of minerals and such. As that tends to happen a lot with a lot of things.
I think it has something to do with these crystals around here, though. So you might be onto something that these crystals might do something. Because like when you were saying like about remembrance, the thing I think about is things from like Chain of Memories and Castle Oblivion, but there's no connection between the two. That's why I'm just always interested in this place. Plus, also the music is bitchin'. So I'm following down here because I'm making sure, okay, do I have all the chests and everything?
I'm about to say, where the hell you're going?
That's the thing about the Cavern of Remembrance. There's some, including the chest that's in the first room that I missed. There's a lot of easily missable chests because they're actually hidden, as opposed to the rest of the game where they're blatantly obvious or generally easy to find if you're even the slightest bit curious. And this is a dungeon that I never fully memorize, ever.
It's a pretty big, like, complex area, really.
It's what I find interesting about it because it's so complex, and something's telling me this has something to do. This was either made when Ansem the Wise was still in charge, or this was made by his apprentices when they kicked him out of the world. So there's some story significance behind this. I don't know what it is yet, but all I do...
Has it been, like... Has people talked about it? Like, in the game, has it been referenced at all?
No.
Not at all?
No, it is not referenced in this game, besides the fact... this actually opens up... there's a Lost Illusion in there, by the way. Sorry, I gotta do that sometimes. This shows up, actually, during the Heartless invasion. When it first begins, when you're gonna go to fight the 1,000 Heartless. A hole in the wall will appear, in which the 3 little pixies, Riku, Pain, and Yuna, will fly out of. Donald and Goofy note, I wonder where it leads, but then Donald ends up saying that they need to go and help the king. So we just ignore it for right now. That's the only reference the Cavern of Remembrance gets.
Has it been referenced in other games?
No.
At all? It's the only game where it's ever been referenced?
Yes. That's why I'm highly curious about it, because Nomura's plots are confusing as hell.
Yeah, I know that. I know enough about him to know that.
Which is why I'm curious about this. What is the history behind this? What?
Maybe we'll know in Kingdom Hearts 3!
Possibly. I can honestly see it, because some of the architecture as well is like Castle Oblivion's from Chain of Memories. Alright, so now we're on to the next area. You might notice that through each area in which we're going to need a specific ability, we have one of these orbs that are right here.
I was about to say, like, what's going on with that?
Yeah, that's the whole point of them. Anyway, open this up, and you get a power-up. So let's use that right now on Sora, because it's always a good thing to do. And the orbs that are right there, they respawn every time you come into the cavern. They're basically there in case you don't have level 3, because you need level 3 in order to get through that. You need to do that. And here I'm going, do I want to go down? No.
Take the leap of faith, Eric.
No, because that just puts me down back into the mine shaft.
Okay, never mind.
So what you need is level 3, and you need to time it just right. The other thing you can do is you can go into master form and do it. But I find level 3 will get you there just fine. Like so, even though I sort of wasn't supposed to do that.
There's a lot of platforming in this area, actually, I've noticed.
Which I kind of
like different challenges here and there.
Yeah.
Like that one to be a sprint fast.
Yeah. Alright, so we have some new Heartless right here. We have the Air Vikings, which are the recolors of the Air Pirates. They drop Remembrance Stones and Remembrance and Serenity Stones on the rare occasion. We have the Rune Master right here, which is a recolor of the Bookmaster. They drop Remembrance Gems, Serenity Gems, and because they are a Heartless that drops in something for Goofy, they have a new weapon, the Akashic Record Plus. We also have the Lance Warrior, which we saw beforehand, which I killed. They drop Remembrance Stones as well as Serenity Stones. And we have... What is the... I believe... It's gonna have to be called... The color of the Crimson Jazzes, that's gotta be Spring Metal, in case I forgot to put a Heartless on here. Which I don't think I did. Basically, I'm just gonna say that the Spring Metals right now because they're the only thing I can think of for it, because I know they're not Recklesses. So they drop Remembrance Gems and Serenity Gems, and now for another one, yeah, we're just getting so many Heartless. Aerial Champ, which drops Remembrance Stones as well as Serenity Stones. This is also something that's set up based on a spawning system. Depending on which spawn starts for this one, determines what type of Heartless are going to show up inside this room. That's why so many of the enemies here drop the same item.
Okay.
And it's just to make sure that you can grind it to be certain. Now, I should say right now, since these were added into Final Mix, these are actually some of the only synthesis items that you cannot get a large quantity of and then go to buy at the synthesis shop. You have to go to the Cavern of Remembrance to grind them if you need them.
Wait, what do you mean? Like,
in
the actual game, if you get a certain amount of them, they become available in the shop?
You can purchase them in the shop, yes.
Oh, that's nice. That's cool.
Shards are 30. You have to have 30 shards to turn into the Moogle shop, and then you can buy them at the shops. The stones are, I believe, 25, and then the gems are just 20. You can't buy crystals. Now we're noticing the last new Heartless and the last new Heartless in the game. A recolor of the Devastators, Reckless. And let me just tell you, they earned their names.
Did that one just kill itself?
Yes, it did.
Okay, I just want to clarify.
Yes. Sometimes the Heartless do that because the steam can hurt them too.
That and the fact you kill them really fast.
Yeah. Now, Recklesses are dangerous. A Reckless is also the only one in this game that can drop a Remembrance Crystal. And you will need those.
So you have to grind those things?
Yes, and they only show up here.
Like in this area?
In this specific area in the cavern, yes. This is the only place they show up.
That'd be fun to get to.
Not entirely. There is a back door way that we're going to be seeing that's actually pretty simple to get to.
Oh, okay.
It unlocks the moment you fully beat the dungeon. It's just to make sure because it also gives you access to the new boss areas. But, open this up, and we get another Remembrance Crystal, which looks like a thing of goo. At this point, I'm going, okay, so I don't need to have anything else on. Let's make sure I have all my stuff. Let's take off Berserk, because that's when I realized I still had Berserk on. And I can't finish these guys without having a combo finisher. And it's very dangerous to go in here with Berserk.
Well, what does Berserk do?
When you're out of magic, you attack infinitely until your magic restores, and you don't do a finishing combo.
Oh, okay. That's kind of hazardous, really.
Almost as much as it comes to these Recklesses, because this move right here, Recklesses, do it twice in a row.
Oh, the lightning ball thing?
Yeah, no, not the lightning ball thing, where they go, see that thing where he's like...
Oh, they just throw his arms like... Oh!
Devastators do only one of those. Recklesses chain those. That's what makes them dangerous.
Yeah, I can see how that would be dangerous.
Because that can do a bunch of damage to you if you're not careful. But after that, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the Heartless that are in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Plus. Unlike the first game in which it added new Heartless, these Heartless are all in the Cavern of Remembrance. They always will be, and they're a bit of a pain in the butt. Now go over here for a chest with an AP up, which is very easy to miss, especially this one as well. Containing another Lost Illusion.
You're spinning along these things, really.
It's because I'm used to the platforming at this point. So I remember some things for the Cavern of Remembrance. The only thing I don't remember is the chests, because I've only had to go through them like 3 or 4 times.